Yeah. Okay. Please. Thank you. Right. Hi, I'm Tomasz. And I'm a developer, serial entrepreneur, and also in 2011 I had some money to invest. And I was lucky enough to meet this Bitcoin fanatics who convinced me that it was a nice idea, money over there. So I invested in Bitcoin, but when it was $5 a piece. Then in some other companies that were crowdfunded for Bitcoin. And recently into Ethereum, seeing how amazing this platform is and how cool securities are behind smart contracts. So now I had this kind of money. I was wondering what to invest in next. And the DAO came, and I looked at the DAO, I looked at Sloppy, and to be quite honest, I kind of didn't buy the idea. But I knew that behind the DAO, there was this huge group of potential other investments that people that were passionate about noticed this huge pile of money, this $180 million pile of money sitting there, and they said, oh, we want to give proposals to that pile of money, and you would like to grab some and offer something in return. I don't know how many of you browsed the proposals that were being made out. Can you name any proposals that people wanted to do inside this topic? Yeah. So everyone is talking about this governance system, about how it could be managed, but not many people look at what was happening down there, what people wanted to actually build with that money that was in the DAO. I browsed the forum. It was this forum that had listed, I don't know, 50 or 100 things that people wanted to build for the money from the DAO. And they were discussing these ideas between themselves with the hope that that in turn would turn into a factual proposal one day that would raise money from that. And when I began looking there, I was looking for startups. I was looking for something like Slockit or other kinds of things that would basically replicate the old startup model where you just raise a huge pile of money, you work hard, and then you sell out, and then you give money back to the DAO or something like that. And there were a few of them. Most of them total crap, but some of them interesting, they found it good. But besides that, what I noticed was that some of the proposals weren't for the startups really. They were for ways to improve the DAO itself. So there was a proposal of someone who wanted to build a new system to manage the deal flow. So we need better software to manage the proposals. I think there was a proposal of some guy who wanted to make t-shirts for the DAO, if I'm not mistaken. So, it was for small money, like in the grand scheme of things. But it was interesting nevertheless. There were proposals for charities. There were other kinds of proposals that were not directly like startup investments with huge money in it. And that made me think. If you look at the traditional investors, like, I don't know, Anders Horowitz and other guys, they usually have these funds, and there is a box, and you have to put your proposal or your pitch in the box. You talk to the investors, and basically they make a decision whether to invest in you or not. But there isn't that much community involved during the process. There are people coming up to Anders Horowitz and saying that they can build a better system for managing that. There are people that want to make t-shirts for Y Combinator and asking money, Y Combinator money. And that was quite interesting that in this decentralized system, what now changed was the fact that people began creating all kinds of things and asking for money for those kinds of things. And that was quite interesting. Another thing that happened was that there wasn't just one place where you could put on the proposals. Well, you could put them with blockchain, but then there were browsers, I think 2 or 3 browsers on these proposals. So, like, people could choose which system was the best to browse what's happening with the DAO, with all the investments. So there was a group also of people on Reddit who got together and said, there's a proposal with this. There's a problem with this proposal that most of them are crap. Let's do the due diligence and make sure that there are some community standards being upheld so we can weed out all the crappy ones. So there was a Reddit called, I think, DAO Deal that was dealing only with due diligence related to the proposals. And there were many other things around the DAO that were created to manage the proposals. And I'm quite sure that if the time allowed, if it was more, that if it existed for more than a month, then soon you will see this nice comparison between the old style funding platforms, be it venture firms or starters or whatever, and this new kind of platform that will be distributed. And people will do many different ways to access the proposals. And that's what I was very passionate about. Well, unfortunately, the DAO collapsed, and that's not a nice thing because now the pilot money is gone, at least from that source. But there will be new funds coming soon, I'm quite sure. Some of them will be probably thematical, and they will say, oh, we want to raise money for, I don't know, Ethereum improvement, and that's we'll invest in any startup that is related to Ethereum improvement. Some other people will have new kind of governance models, and they will create the DAOs that are not exactly, they don't have a specific purpose, but they are managed in a cool way. There will be also people that will just give their own money and look for these investment proposals happening on the blockchain and just add something from themselves to these proposals. And that will be happening, perhaps in half a year, perhaps in a year. But there will be this huge distributed ecosystems of many investors and many individual ones or institutional ones or new DAOs happening. And if any of you has ideas that might be that might be interesting to this whole blockchain community, there will be again this huge pile of money very soon, and it's nice to be ready. So what I came here to kind of convince you is to think about this whole concept and think about all the possibilities that perhaps aren't here right now because there is huge chaos, but they will be here quite soon. And if you have an idea, even a very rough one, with my ideas, usually the first thing that I do is I go to Reddit, there's a group for Ethereum, there's a group for the DAO, there's a group for DAO diligence. So I go there and I just post it. Even if it's very shallow, very early stage, I just post that they gather and say, guys, I think there's this idea. Do you think it could be funded? Another thing is there is still a DAO Hub and DAO Forum. So there is still a place for these prospective proposals. It's kind of much more empty now, I guess. I didn't check, but I assume. So you can also go to the same people where there was a community over there. And you can also go and talk to the community about your proposals. Not for the DAO, but for what comes after the DAO. Because there will be something there. So that's where it's heading, and that's why it's interesting. There are challenges, of course. I spoke to some people about why they get about getting money from the blockchain, from all the people that are related to blockchain and from Ethereum and whatever. And there are three main challenges. And me and my friends are trying to figure out how to solve these challenges. The first one is technical, or security. But right now, if you want to raise money, well, especially when the framework is coming down, you have to build your own proposal framework, and that's kind of a difficult challenge. There are people working on that, and this will be solved, I'm quite sure, sooner or later. So just keep faith that it will be solved with technical issues. The security issues are also important. That if you make a bad proposal, then the market can hang down. Another problem with this whole thing is the legal issues. We have problems from the European Union that may enforce KYC laws. We have questions about how to legalize the whole company. If you release tokens, is it publicly traded company now? What's the deal with that? So there are lawyers working on that as well, and there is a community working on that, figuring that out. So far, there have been different approaches. So Sloppy had one approach, Digix had a different approach. If you have a small company, if you want to just produce t-shirts for Ethereum, you probably don't need to worry too much about that. But if you want something bigger, then you have to lawyers. But yeah, that's an issue, and that will be solved in 3 months, hopefully, or a year or two. And finally, there is a funny issue because it's an issue and an opportunity at the same time, because it's a matter of community. Once you start raising money from the community, you're kind of responsible to them, tell them what you did with the money. And that has problems, and that's what sometimes scares people out. I spoke to one person who raised money recently, not from the blockchain, but it's a blockchain company. They did something with Ethereum. And I asked them, why didn't you gather money from the community? And the guy said, oh, they didn't want to deal with these hundreds of people that would be on their backs, asking where is it all heading. So that's a huge problem, really. But on the other hand, it's a huge opportunity also. I saw people wanting to launch companies on blockchain because it gives them this instant community. Because then people who are co-owners of your whole idea, and they will maybe help you do marketing, help you do all kinds of things, because they will be involved in the project. So it can go both ways, and you kind of have to get ready for that. but also it's something that can give you something. And that's actually, this community is something that people go to the crowdfunding as well. So, kind of wrapping up, think about it. And my prediction, and it's being recorded, so we can see in a year or two, is that in a few years we'll have these systems that are kind of closed, that are silos, that are just single venture capital firms or single, Kickstarter platform or single equity crowdfunding platforms. If you go to these systems, you have to rely on their internal forums, internal policies, whatever. If you want to raise money on Kickstarter, you're kind of attached to their discussion group and all this closed community. And on the other hand, you will have this huge distributed system where you will have one central place, Ethereum or some kind of other token for running finances, and you will have the central technology that's underneath it. But then you will have common forums, due diligence groups, and all other cool supporting things that will just grow and grow. And my bet is, and I'm telling that to the camera and to you also, that this may be a bigger thing than those old things. And those things will be America Online and this will be the internet. And that's it. Thank you.
Do you have any questions for Tomasz?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just an idea or a proposal coming back to notions of ownership and governance, because I think there's an interesting case in recent history that we can look back, and that I think was in 2010 when an unexpected amount of money has been raised through decentralized user action, and that was when a young group of students started to raise money to build an alternative to Facebook, and that was Diaspora, I think in 2010. So I think 5 students had the idea to build a decentralized platform that would really challenge Facebook, and they called it Diaspora. And originally they were just hoping to have a summer funded full of pizza and beer, and I think they opted for 10,000 euros or something like that. And then they ended up like immensely overfunded. So I think it was today the modest sum of maybe 250,000 US dollars. But what happened in the end, all of a sudden they had the money, and the proposal was super successful. They had huge media coverage all over the world, and it was one of the first success stories of Kickstarter. But if we look at what happened to the platform, despite the money, despite the media coverage, and despite the interest of the huge community, not much has happened ever since. And there was a lot of discussion going on online where people said, instead of throwing dollars at them, it would have been better to help coding, to really help gathering a community to start work. And I think this is quite interesting. It's a totally different scale, of course. It's a different platform and all that, but it's only 6 years ago. And I still look back at that and think, okay, what can we learn from that? What was missing?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a positive economy that it's either for money or give community. You need both, and also what you need is excellent leadership, right? I didn't know this part as well, but actually the leadership that is kind of missing or it's both in the execution and really, if you don't have money, then they will just, buy observation the developers. But on the other hand, if the leadership cannot buy with crowd, it's not about money development. So it has to go hand in hand. And we still can see that. We can see crowdfunding happening all the time. We got these altcoins that crowdfund is every single day, but there's no good leadership in most of these cases. And one of the things that initially got to Ethereum was that I saw that there's an amazing leadership and community here as well. Right? So I think, I don't know, like, this wasn't a question, this is an answer.
But maybe just something to learn from.
Yeah, something to learn from.
Especially if you talk about the DAO and other projects, because there are similarities in my opinion.
Yeah, so there are many projects that I look at and I see, oh, it's an amazing idea. But then, like, an idea is one part, and then the leadership is another. In many cases, it doesn't go hand in hand. I would personally would be nice that there wasn't that part of the process. Yeah, totally agree. But you were first, you were, okay. Yeah.
And just one comment, I mean, it's obvious. The DAO tries to cut away the leadership, right? But it is important also for an investment vehicle. You need somebody having experience in that. I mean, you can probably finance it from the whole group, but I think it'll never work to have an investment company without,
Yeah, I spoke to some investors, independent investors about the DAO, and the speech to the whole concept. And the consensus seems to be that committees don't make good decisions quite often, right? And that's a well-known.
How could they, right?
Uh-huh.
How could they? They are
Yeah.
actually, they are not really trained in.
Yeah. So I was really curious where it was heading with all these kind of governance models. Could perhaps there be a model, just we didn't test it yet, that actually help with that? And the thing is that, all right, even good leaders could use help from all the people that all the system. So you can totally imagine that there will be new DAOs for sure that will be governed very similar to the original one. But there will be other ones that will have just a central leader, and he will have some checks and balances, kind of like a president in a country or a prime minister. But there will be someone that will make decisions and be responsible, and people perhaps will vote to change it if he doesn't do it. Yeah. So we will see, and I'm quite sure that there will be tens of DAOs in the future, and there will be this amazing battle happening between all kinds of systems, and finally be able to check it out. Yeah.
But if you do that, reinventing capitalism was the first place. You have never done anything, You say in the third point that we are already, if you do what I'm saying, right? So this is why I don't believe in the law at all, in my opinion. Because in the end, it's going to reinvent capitalism first. And I think the next I was going to have definitely one when you say about the mining class, it's creating a capitalistic class in itself. Like, we're people that they have the means to buy the hardware and the energy in order to mine the coin. This is why I don't believe in the project.
Yeah, there will be different approaches to this whole thing. If we talk about capitalism versus socialism, I don't know.
I never said the socialism.
Okay. But this brings me some one thing. Like I come from Poland, right, which had a centrally planned economy, and the idea over there was that we have these smart people on top that would just organize everything down there and it would be efficient because it would be centrally planned, right? It kind of didn't work. The whole experiment for years, it didn't work. It was replaced by a system where kind of everyone does something and it kind of works better. There is huge chaos and there is multiplication of things being done, but it kind of works better. And the way I kind of believe now, I'm not sure if this will be the correct system, perhaps there will be leaders on top or whatever. I can see that as a distributed system that kind of is very chaotic, and anyone says, where is the leader? Where is the leader? Like, who manages this? And somehow, perhaps we will see some bottom-up movement, and somehow it will work, and no one will understand why. I don't know, perhaps we will see that as a similar, you want to ask something, sir?
Just maybe two small comments maybe. First, it would help if you, before you ask who looked at the proposal, who actually has ether or DAO tokens, because I think actually I didn't browse, I have some ether, but I personally didn't browse the proposal because I don't have DAO tokens, so why would I look at the proposal?
I don't have DAO tokens either, because originally I didn't agree with the committee's way of voting. I didn't believe in voting that much. So I didn't buy DAO tokens. Well, I still checked the proposals because the proposals are made from this will be interesting projects, nevertheless. So perhaps I can talk to the people that made the proposals independently, or just it will be interesting. Everyone is there, so that's the cool club. I want to see what's going on there in the tokens. That's a fair point.
And another small point on the diaspora that I think the problem was not the code or the leadership as regard to making the code, but that they I think they kind of hope that you make the software and then the users will come. And I think that because the code is still there, it still works today, but the problem is to complete one community stable, for example, the biggest problem is that you get the users. And I think that's the biggest problem.
Yeah, so it's kind of catch-22. It's hard to create any kind of software without the users, right? It's hard to gather users if there's no software. It's hard to solve these problems like security and legal issues if there are startups, but there aren't startups because they're afraid of the security issues. And try to solve this catch-22 bit by bit, and hopefully we'll solve it. And private sector will come in and solve it. Do you have time, or do I have to wrap it up?
Yeah, is that the last question? Otherwise, we will.
Okay, yeah?
Yeah, I'm wondering your thoughts of kind of a way to define a word that's being used quite a lot in this conversation, which is community.
Mm-hmm.
And this vision you were talking about before, when you had these closed systems of Facebook, there's other possibilities for a more open decentralized way. And I wonder, how do you define community as simply users? And how can you kind of community standards and agreements that actually make those spaces open in the sense of inclusive and welcoming to a range of people?
Okay, I'm not sure if that will answer the question, but one of the questions is, can actually community work, really? Because if we have this rules will tell the group of people, like, what's the benefit to them for doing this whole due diligence thing, right? Altruism, perhaps it works, or perhaps it doesn't. And it's possible that there will be forums that will contain different classes of people. Some of them will be hired experts by, I don't know, imagine now hiring experts to just manage the proposals from a technical point of view. So there will be like prospective proposal and then someone hired by the organization to just do that part. It's not exactly a community member, but it's kind of very close. It's not also employee of the organization. We would also have people that would perhaps be just people that would get a kind of share of the investment if the proposal went through. So you could imagine people like startups giving money to people who help them get funded ultimately, right? So that would be another incentive to like make people participate in it. And another incentive would be to people just showing up and just trying to build a resume for themselves. So just posting these kind of things for different kinds of purposes. So they would want to become experts one day, or they would want to get money from future funds or whatever, right? So that's the way I think it works in LinkedIn and also in other professional platforms where people post because they want to get recognition, and because of that recognition they will serve their own purposes, right? So that would be, that was like, that's my kind of hope why the community will do what they do. There will be very specific incentives for various kinds of people, and anyone will post on the forum, and somehow it will kind of get organized in a decentralized way. We don't do that in our reach because it's not the kind of time. Like, does it kind of answer it, or? I'm not sure.
Well, the last break is next, so we have plenty of time to continue this discussion on a one-to-one basis. Thank you very much.